like, there we go. Living in the Bronx, it was great. My father worked construction in the daytime, came home for an hour, and was a doorman at night. My mom's, she worked at the airport in Queens. I think it was JFK, because it was like farther away from where we live, and I know LaGuardia was closer. As a kid, I went to all three of their jobs, and I kind of had a photographic memory of it. I remembered how to get there by memorizing the graffiti on the trains. Now, it was fine and dandy for me to go to their jobs as a kid, but when I got older, I had school. You know, I was, being a kid, you know, I was acting out, drawing everywhere and shit. Fuck it, why not? I started getting in trouble, and that's when the whipping started. I was vengeful at that point. I cut school, and then I'd go to my dad's job doing construction, right? I put my mask on and I just start going crazy. Real quick, I wrote, does the sun dictate father time's schedule for work? Of course, I spelled the sun with an O, but I wrote that one word in yellow. Then I went to my mom's job, right? She left me unintended. Pilot's lounge for me. I wrote, how can you say you're fly when you dress so plain? She almost got fired. But fuck it, I needed attention, and only the streets gave it to me. I remember being a kid, right? And my uncle, he practically raised me. I remember him coming over when my pops went to work, and he'd have all this ink on his hands, on his clothes, on his sneakers, and I'd be confused because it's like 7 a.m. I'd find out later he was in a train yard with his boys, tagging every train that they left unattended. That's so cool, man. So fucking cool. And we weren't rich at all. Actually, we were barely making it, especially under this tyrant, Ronald Reagan. This fucking guy. Republicans, man. I mean, I don't trust no government official, but Republicans, they the worst. I mean, I get it. He's a puppet in the grand scheme of things, but how are you an actor? An actor, and you become president? That bullshit, man. And then he comes up with some shit called Reaganomics, which only helped his friends to get more money, the rich, and keep minorities like my family and my friends' families in the dark. Then the motherfucker introduced our communities to crack cocaine, which was modern day genocide thanks to the CIA. Everybody selling this bullshit all through the streets and shit. I don't even want to talk about AIDS. That came up in his administration too, and of course, he had some bullshit excuse about that shit too. I'm gonna tell you a story. I came home from school one day, right? And I saw this drug dealer with a baby carriage on the corner. I said, hey, you got a pretty daughter. That's a cute, pretty daughter. You know what this motherfucker said? This is not my child. It's Teresa's from 1199. She ain't have all the money, so I'm babysitting until she comes back. Teresa was a drug user, selling her own child for 3 minutes of fucking pleasure, man. Talk about being an 80s baby. It's fucked up. Fuck you, Ronald Reagan. Mouse.
I'm a 80s baby, I feel like I'm 80s crazy. So I have about 80 questions to figure out how the 80s made me. Uncover the truth, lies are the proof. Only thing you can do is trust in you. 80s baby, a child of the Reagan era, but that don't mean we made a terror, amen. Conjunction, junction, what's your function for action? Lunging punches like it's Dungeons and Dragons. 100 lunches for the bums that staggering, cause the government fronts on job hunting for blacks. And why the CIA deliver and administer the sinister finisher? Crack cocaine into the middle of black America. Pull up the cinema cause they killing us. These assholes need to get intimate. How did a famous actor become president? Why is Mike Jackson's skin a little cinnamon? Why is the Cold War going on? And why it took so long for the Berlin Wall to fall? Pray for the soul of Lennon and Marvin Gaye, but how can anybody kill these two greats? Dismay and decay, the questions I portray, and the AIDS really come from the gaze of Ronald Reagan. His explanation was so vague, a plague from a monkey enslaved I created in a lab as a phase to destroy inner cities along with cocaine broken down to a strain of rock. They needed flame to spark into the brain and heart until your brain was choked out. Wherever you walk, you saw a corpse that's tossed into the grave. The 80s, those were the dudes.